Hello, welcome and welcome back to Kim and Robs Homestead. Today I'm planting out the lettuce, all the seeds that I discussed that we're planting out for April. So we're gonna do lettuce in this bed. We're gonna do some carrots. I'll show you the variety of the lettuce that I'm doing. And we're also doing some romaine lettuce. So this is going to be a little bit of like chaos gardening, where I'm just going to sprinkle the seeds all over, especially for the lettuce, because we're doing different varieties, and just once they pop up, I can always go in and thin them out. So it's going to be lettuce in this bag, arugula, and there's going to be some mini carrots and rainbow carrots in this bed. So we're going to go through sowing all these seeds, watering it really well, and then they just leave it and cover it with straws. And for the carrots, I am going to put a cardboard and keep it moist until they germinate. So carrots can be very tricky. You don't want them to dry out once you plant them. So that is something that I'm going to go ahead and plant them, soak a cardboard, wet the area really well, put a piece of cardboard on it, so really soak the cardboard, and then just go ever so often. I'll check once they pop up, then you can remove the cardboard and allow them to grow. So let me see what else. So that's what I'm putting in this bed. And then the other bed that I'm going to be planting is going to be some radish and beets. So those are things that I'm going to be putting in the bed. So come along with me. So like I said, for this bed, I am just going to go ahead and sprinkle the seeds. Normally I would do like the square foot method, but for lettuce, the seeds are so tiny, I just sprinkle them out and then come back later on and thin it out. This bed, as you can see, the soil is very loose, and I did put some compost. I did put some espoma in here, and I am going to put some fish fertilizer in there. This is the granulated fish fertilizer, and work that into the soil and just sprinkle the seeds. Take my gloves off because the seeds are so tiny for these. And I'll be doing the entire packet for especially the romaine, because we really love romaine lettuce. So see, look at the seeds. I'm not sure if you can see it. They're not that big. So I normally just sprinkle. Then one section. And I still have all the seedlings. I'm starting to plant out this week, so we'll have all these seedlings that I had inside the tomatoes. All of those will also be planted out this week. I've been waiting for this day to be able to come out here and plant everything that I have, so that we can get a good harvest. So these are like different seeds. That's this brand. Like I said, it is something that will come and thin them out, so I'm not worried if some of the seeds fall too close to each other as they pop up. Lettuce is something you can eat at any stage. You can let them get really large, or you can just go ahead and eat them at any stage. So that'll be something that I will put. Guys, I am so excited. So I am sprinkling now. Not too many. We don't want to go crazy with the arugula because they germinate really well, and they tend to try to take over. So that's too many with that. And then we're gonna do this entire section. I'm gonna put you down a little. This entire section is going to be carrots. So with the carrot, I'm gonna make like little trenches for the carrot. Not too deep, but some little trenches. So this one is the burpees. This is short and sweet. Just gonna do an entire row of that one. Then we have pretty little fingers. And then we'll do another row. Like I said, it's something that I'll come and thin out. Carrots are tricky, so. And I have a rainbow. And I'm just gonna get the hose and a piece of cardboard and water it in. I have one more, so I am gonna put this as well. And I have some mini kale that I wanted to just sprinkle around the lettuce area because we do like kale in our salad. So that'll be something that's in this bed as well. So this is my little start of the April planting. Like I said, I am going to go ahead. I am going to go and plant the beets, the radish, and plant out the seedlings that are inside, bring everything out so we can get this spring garden started. So I'm going to go ahead and cover this, pat it down. So just want to make sure that you're not covering them too much because the seeds are really small. You just need to make sure they have some kind of like rough up the soil a little so they have connection with the soil. They're not seeds that you have to really plant really deep, so you're just gonna rub your hand over for the carrots. Just gonna pat them in, and water them very well. And I'm also gonna mulch this bed as well, so that way give them some coverage and to keep the soil moist. The important thing when you plant seeds, when you direct sow seeds, is you want to keep them moist until they germinate. You don't want to overwater them, but you want to keep them, especially for carrots, you want to keep them moist until they start germinating. Then you just follow whatever watering routine that you've set. But this bed is done. All that's left is just to water the seeds and cover them in. So. You can see there's some onions and stuff in this bed. Let me show you. So trying to get it really soaked. There's some onions that I had in this bed as well. And this is the bed that I had those collards that went to seed, and I was gonna save the seed, but then when I went through my seed book this morning, I have so many seeds, different variety for collards, so I'm not gonna save these because I had some from last year as well. So really soak the bed, and then I'm just gonna soak the cardboard, and this will be what's gonna lay on top of those seeds. And I have to get another piece of cardboard. Just make sure it's sitting. I don't want to break the onions. So it's gonna sit here. And I'm gonna get another piece just to cover the entire area. Also going to mulch the bed for the seeds on the other side. So mulching keeps your soil moist, so it is something that you should definitely try to do. Mulch it. That's it for this bed. Thank you for coming along with me on this journey. I'll definitely provide updates as they sprout. Once they sprout up, I'll provide updates on these beds and take you along with me. So thanks again for coming along with me on this journey, and I'll see you again in the next one.